place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Gun. Cut. 180. Check.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Here we go.
48 Mike.
Here we go. 180. 11.
Right now, you better break.
Handoff comes to Cook. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
I'm one, right?
Mike 4. Watch QB drop.
11, Thomas.
Watch the shift.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's get set. Down.
Push him back.
180. Nice hard. Down.
Left side, Cook. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
3 down.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Again, he finds an opening. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Blue 32.
Watch 55. Bound to lose one.
Slice 97. Ready.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
11 mighty. Stop.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Stop. 11.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Yellow, go.
Watch the slant. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Drill green.
Hey. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm coming.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Red, 38, 10 cycle.
Night.
Jello, zoom.
Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Red, cycle.
Mike, 55. Yeah.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You ain't gonna burn me.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's George. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
11 MT.
Now Cook running right. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
On 1, ready?
Mike 4. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
11.
Watch twist. 11.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go.
Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
Mike 48. Come off the ball hard.
Here we go. Dot.
Shift.
Right 80. Dot.
Cook following the penalty. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Big 13. Big 13.
Check 48. Check.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3.
11.
Mike 4. All day, just like that.
On 3rd down, Burrow being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Here we go. Dot.
15. Mike 15.
Right 80. Dot.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook
with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Steps away to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
128 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
On 1, ready?
Watch the pass. Lucky.
11, Thomas.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts
On 1, ready?
as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd down and goal. Burrow buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Right side.
Burrow will throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this 1st half. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here we go. Black, 95.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Mike 4, know your job.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. From the 10.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go red. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Smash red. Ready to go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike 55.
Hey, green.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 55 to Mike.
Cheery, yellow.
To Mike.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Oh, that's me.
Now, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Defense,
Black Ultra.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. I got you, son.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
43.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 43.
Drill, 52. Blaster, 6. Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
Let's go, D.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Mike, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Black 40.
Mike, 45. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Slice blue.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22.
Check.
Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
Not today.
Black shot.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here's Burrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 55. Drill green. Silver.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a fake punt way down here? You want analysis? Ridiculous.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
On 2, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Big 13.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15.
On 1st down, it's Cook, a little juke, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, dancing to his left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, check it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Touchdown, Packers. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
On 1st down, it's Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go. God. Ready? Start.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Running for it. Here's Cook. And fights. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's George. Shoves him aside. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. He'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going up top. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
12,
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Boy, 214 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Mike 4, Mike 4. Guys, it's game situation.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. But on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Being chased out left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a little trickery there on 4th and goal, but that never really had much of a chance of working out.
Yeah, they're pretty fortunate. That didn't wind up going the length of the field the other way. So those tackling drills that they do with special teams, that paid off. But I just wonder, if you're going to fake it there, maybe you leave your offense out there on the field and go for it with conventional means.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3.
Now back to throw. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Stay with your man.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.